Hey guys, Paranoid here. Gonna do a video today of Richtoff the Bold. He has some buffs coming in 1.14. We have gotten word that 1.14 soft patch is live and can be updated too, but all of the features are not going live until tomorrow. So what I want to start off with, I'm going to show you how I have my Richtoff geared, and we're going to run him through each one of the dungeons real quick before his buffs go live. Then I will double back tomorrow once the buffs are live, and we're going to see how the performance change is to see if he becomes a worthwhile champ, worthy of 6-starring and including in any of your dungeon teams if you pulled him. He was actually the 3rd legendary I ever pulled. We'll kind of go over his skills here. You can see on his A1 it is an attacks all enemies, decreases each target's max HP by 10% of the damage dealt. Kind of a meh A1. I was pretty excited when I got him for the attacks all enemies, thought he would help me through Spider and through dungeon waves, but the damage that he does is just pretty subpar. A2 is an attacks one enemy 3 times, places a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. This debuff cannot be removed. The 5% poison debuff, it does apply on each hit, so you can put 3 stacks of poison up with that move. It is a pretty decent move. Again though, the damage that it deals is just kind of meh. This one is being changed to where he's going to attack 3 times and it's going to place that 5% poison on all enemies. Cursed Hold attacks one enemy, copies 1 random debuff on the target and places it from the target and places it on all other enemies. Thought this would work well on spiders, tried using them with Eleanarl, had her put HP burn on someone, then I would use his A3 to copy that HP burn on all other enemies, to kind of force my way into an HP burn setup, since I don't have an Ignatius, I don't have a Tyrant, don't have a Drexthar. I do have Ultimate Gaelic now, so that's who I used for the HP burn strategy once I got him, because the Cursed Hold just really did not do it and was not good enough to do an HP burn strategy on spiders with. This one is being changed to where he's going to do 100% more crit damage against enemies that are under a poison debuff, so there should be quite a bit of damage that comes out from that. His aura, he does have a ally attack and faction crips by 27%. Again, that aura is not really super useful, but it is there, I guess, if you wanted to run him as a lead in your faction wars. So we'll look at the stats and the gear that I have on him. I don't have everything rolled up to 16, but I got him at kind of the stats where I wanted to have him at. Go in and look at his total stats. Have him at 32,000 HP, 3,000 attack, 1,800 defense, 171 speed. Has a 108% crit rate, a little bit over the 100%, but wanted to make sure he was at 100% for it. The 181% crit damage, and 206 on his accuracy. So it's important that he is landing those debuffs, especially once the patch comes through. Wanted to make sure I had him at decent accuracy and then also decent 100% crit rate and decent crit damage for that new A3. We'll take him in here and we are going to start with him in an Ice Golem's Peak run. Bring Frank in to give a little bit of protection. Now I did try running him without having a reviver to see if he could get through. He, as he stands right now, cannot really do any kind of content in the dungeon. So basically I have everything around him that try after the buff goes live is running him with an LNRL. I don't have a Zagia, but I do have an LNRL. Her A3 is a good buff. It goes through and actually consumes every single poison that's out there at one time. So the 3 poison debuffs that he will put up on the entire team. I'm thinking that would be somewhat as a nuke. Someone like Stu uses Seer. That's one of the things that I want to test and I want to check out. Somebody else actually like Rotos in this team right here. Frank getting at the shields to everybody alive, the turn leader, Arbiter thing, the poisons and the decreased defense in weekend. And Rotos, who when he comes in and smacks the ads, he can actually prevent this revive right here, which is going to it actually speeds the run quite a bit, makes it a much easier run. So we put Richtoff in there to try to carry it through. It's going to be a little bit longer of a run. He is getting the poison stuff on that, so that does help a little bit. Debuff bar there of poison, so when he takes his next turn, it should put him drop him down pretty well. The other nice thing with poisons on the Ice Golem is when poisons drop his energy down, even if it's below the threshold, he does not do the attack where he revives the ads and does extra damage. So we can see here, Richtoff 1.3 million, Draco had the 2 million, Monster at 976, so it's not bad damage out of Richtoff. Definitely a much longer run than what I usually have by having in like a Rotos or somebody else to kind of nuke those ads down and put out more damage on that. But with a good team around him, we were able to get through the content. Take a look at him in Spider. Honestly, I don't even know if he's going to be able to complete Spider. We probably will be able to get Spider done just simply because if I kept the right close, I'm not even sure. I may have kept one with lower accuracy if she's not decreasing the turn here, then do this right. But putting the shields out there. He just doesn't have enough to get them through this run. I'm going to go ahead and leave that battle now. Again, that's one when I think that when his poison spread to everybody, he is going to become far more useful in spiders, but right now he's just, in my opinion, not a good spider champion, even though with the AoE A1 you would think that he could be. I don't really need a Frank here to carry on this one, so we will go with a nuke to try to get through it a little bit quicker. Actually, we'll put LNRL in and see how they work together right now. Where I think him and the Emerald pair getting through waves early is going to be pretty effective, because they would have dropped an entire wave there, not just that one channel, if they had the 3 poison stacks on the other side. And then like that one there, use the 3 poison stacks on a champion already dead. So it was a waste of that. Whereas after the update, even with AI, if you don't waste that, are you going to die? You're at least going to get the 3 poisons that are going to spread out everybody else. So I think it's much more effective and much better at that point. How the AI lines up for LNRL's buffs, but that's really going to be anything. Her AI should use buffs whether poison it up or not. So really kind of hoping that everybody else is waiting the poisons down before she does that combust. There we have a good amount of poisons up, and she should be using combust either this turn or next. Kind of worked out pretty well for the poison. She consumed any amount of damage that it did to the dragon. However, Richtoff was not able to be busted because it can't be removed. So there we have LNRL did 2.3 million, Draco at 648, Richtoff at 515. Finally, we'll check Fire Knight's castle. And again, I am parrying him with because he just, in my opinion, does not have the strength to carry on his own. Infinity this dungeon. See, hit again, he's there almost damage, over 100% crit rate. So, in my opinion, that is pretty low on that damage. I know that it is a AoE A1, but you look at somebody like Big N, he does on his A1, similar to he's doing 10 to 11,000 twice as long as he crits, and he gets that AoE, so he does the 10 to 11 twice on the person he hits, the AoE on every move, so more damage all around to come out. And here the big thing we're going to be looking for is what where we're at in the AI. So that is helpful that Cold Heart had hurt. And be able to turn into priest at this point now. Between Cold Heart and Lysandra, he really should not get another turn. Knock my shield down, that 3-hit A2 can be helpful. There we go, 735 from him, 1.7 of course from Cold Heart, 500 from Draco. So he actually was the second best performer in that. With the AoE A1 hitting the entire wave. Definitely helped him get there. Run him through, see how he does in campaign. Now I have not tried running him through campaign. I don't know honestly how he will do if he can complete it on his own or not. I don't have him in lifesteal gear, so it's going to be a matter of if he can clear the waves before they take him out. So 44 seconds, definitely not a speed farm by any stretch of the means. A lot of that has to do with the AI. If he would have just A1 through, he probably could actually speed farm that if he would use his A1 to clear the entire wave, and I built him up to the 280 crit damage that you want, 280 to 300 crit damage that you see on a lot of other champs that are used for speed farming. So. But that AI using the A2 and A3 first, only single target, versus his AoE A1 is going to make him a slower farmer, but he can farm with it. So that is where he's at right now. We will come back and take a look at him again after his buffs go live, after the rebalance goes live, and we'll run him through all those dungeons, see where his damage is at, and if it makes a difference, and if he can be a useful addition to your team. So I will see you guys back after those buffs go live. Alright guys, we're back and the patch is now live, so let's go in and take a look at what changes we have for Mr. Richtoff. First thing I'm going to show you, as you can see, his gear and stats are all still the same. 32,000 health, 3,000 attack, 1,800 defense, 108% crit rate, 171 speed, 181 crit damage, and 206 accuracy. Now let's take a look at his skills. First we have Ruination, attacks all enemies, decreases the target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. This used to be 5%, 10% on the decrease of max HP. Haven't really found where that is useful in this game as of right now, but it's on there. It is an AoE A1, so that is nice there. Bloodletting attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit places a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Now, this is a so much better skill now. The other thing that is important to note is they have removed the poison cannot be removed. This is important because if you are pairing him with someone who consumes poisons like an Elenarl or a Zavia, previously they would not consume the poisons that he placed, therefore they would not get their full damage off of their combustibility, but now they do consume those poisons, and since they consume them on the entire team, it makes for huge burst all across the board. The final one attacks one enemy, critical damage increases by 20% for each poison debuff on the target, stacks up to 100%. So this one is just purely to add some damage to a single target ability. Can be helpful on a boss if you're not using him with say an Elenarl or a Zavia and you're going to have those poisons stacked up. You can get up to an extra 100% crit damage on that hit to hit even harder, or still the 27% in faction crips. So let's go in and look at him in some dungeons. First dungeon we're going to run through here is Ice Golem. I'm going to keep him with the same team that we ran him with before, and let's see how his performance is compared to before. So you can see right away, uses the A2, poison stacked all across the board. 123,000 on that A3 because of the poisons that are stacked up and the crit damage that it gets from it. So it definitely makes that a hard hitting ability now for single target. Wasted that HP, but that's okay. Now another thing to keep in mind, I do not have him built yet. You can get that A2 down to a 3-turn cooldown and the A3 down to a 4-turn cooldown. Right now it's at 4 and 5 respectively. Should see him here. I believe it's the next turn. He should use that A2 again. So we're going to see those. Must be one more. We're going to see those poisons stack up across, which really helps to take him out. You can wind up skipping extra turn from his passive if the poison ticks are what actually bring him below that level. With where we're at now. There we go. We skip the threshold there. Then we'll do the next one. Frank doing his job with that shared damage with everybody else alive. Then we have to bring him back. Poison is good, stacked up across the board. got those poisons stacked up, brought him down. Still not the overall fastest run, but a decent run, and when we go through and we look at the damage, Richtoff was able to put out 1.2 million versus Draco's 1.6, so pretty good. Now what I want to do here is I'm going to go through and I'm actually going to take Draco out. We're going to lose that decreased defense and weaken, so that's gonna hurt a little bit. But I want to see how he does with Elenarl in there. So let's put our Elenarl in, and let's see what the damage looks like. Now she consumes the poison, damage all goes to her, so it's not going to show on Richtoff's damage. Let's take a look here at this very first wave. When she combusts, you can see how far down, she brings everybody with that. Unfortunately, he didn't use his A1 there. Would have been a lot nicer if he used his A1 in that position rather than Elenarl is not booked either, so her bust 6-turn cooldown. She used it there. Another thing you will notice with Elenarl's AI is she will switch targets on her A1 so that she can spread the HP burn out to as many people as possible, which can be nice to help clear things up. Some good poison stuff here. Got that combust. Now the combust does count. Getting that extra turn. There we are, 329. Again, not necessarily the fastest run. You can see that his damage dropped because Elenarl using the combust to consume all of those poisons, but she did 3 million damage from consuming those poisons. Let's take a look here, and we're going to see with Draco and Elenarl in there, we're going to take Monster out. Here it's going to depend on how many they can get through, so that we don't necessarily need the protection that Frank has. boss in a minute. Arbiter bringing everybody back. Got a wipe there because she brought him down. So do need that protection in there. Would have been a faster run had we not had some bad RNG to get that wipe like that. Overall though, he is definitely pretty useful there in that one. So we're going to, I'm going to move over here and we're going to do a spider run. As you can remember, yesterday we were unable to finish spider. I'm going to show you the spider run with him and Eleanor in there now. We also have the Cold Heart. She's going to keep the big spider's turn meter under control. She does obviously provide that burst as well. Get a bunch of poison stacked up. That shield from Frank to protect the Cold Heart. She drops the turn meter. And Eleanor comes in and consumes all of those poisons. Spider 20. Still can't sell them outside of battle. Thought they said they were going to fix that for us. 2 minutes 4 seconds, Spider 20. We did lose the Cold Heart. She did her job at that 2.4 million. You can see what Eleanor was able to put up the 8.2 million by consuming all of those poisons, and you have the Richtoff there at 1.2. Let's take a look at Dragon. Now this is the same team we ran on Dragon yesterday. And let's see how it does today. preventing our folks from taking too much damage. There, the Gordon, unfortunately, was able to get a turn in, but we do have the Arbiter to bring people back. So. To the dragons, so let's see now once we get those poisons stacked up there. Get a see if we can get the poison stacked up and get a good consume tomorrow. And there you are. LNR will able to one-shot the dragon with the consume on the poisons. Hold on to that, see if we can get the speed, a couple of speed rolls on it there. Now let's take a look at the Fire Knight. We're going to take the Valkyrie out and see how it goes. He is hitting for 12 to 15,000. I'm not sure if they adjusted his damage modifiers at all. Hoping that they did. It does feel to me like he's doing more damage than what he did before, but I'll need to go through and really check that to see. Got some pretty good art where our turns were located at to get Cold Heart to do having her A1 up and then getting the shield down before she wasted Heartseeker. So at this point now the Fire Knight really should get his shield back up. We are 2:33 on the time, so that's actually a pretty decent time for Fire Knight. Now let's take it, and I'm going to take Draco out, and we're going to try with Elenarl. I don't know that any of them are strong enough to not have Arbiter and Masana to control waves to revive anybody in case they lose them, so... This would be a much better run if it was Zavia that you had. She is also she's at least even affinity, not weak affinity like Eleanor. Eleanor will be on affinity, obviously, if she is the primary target, and then switch over to Cold Heart. And we got some bad RNG. Heart Seeker there. There's the bad thing about Eleanor with her A3 bust ability. Just wasted it without a single poison debuff up, so now we have 6 turns for that to come around again. Now that we do have the shield down, Sandra and Cold Heart should keep it down. Had some bad RNG to the shield. For this and Valkyrie with Cold Heart, so we can have her shield as well as her counter attack to bring the Fire Knight shield down and see if we can't get a little bit better run out of it. This is definitely a much longer run than what I would have liked for it. Take a look, see how we do with this one. Go ahead and wrap it up. Overall, I do think the buffs were definitely good for Richtoff. I think it was much more viable in more content of the game than what he was previously. He's obviously going to be much better in faction wars now as well. Damage is definitely increased and ramped up. If you have somebody that you can pair him with, like an Elemental or a Zavia, you can definitely put together some teams that are going to allow for some great nuking runs to be able to clear waves quickly. Also to nuke down the actual bosses at a faster rate. You're able to see the dragon with full poison bar and Elemental doing her consume. You have some RNG depending on where you're at in your cooldowns on getting there. Would I book him? As of right now, I'm not going to book him. I don't see strong enough to go through and waste the books on. The cooldowns would definitely be nice, but what I'm seeing his damage is more based around you have paired with him. So if you have right at some sort of a nuker that's paired with him, then definitely you may look at booking him. But I would say honestly the person that's paired with him would be the more important person to have booked. Overall, not mad about the changes. I think that they have brought him more in line if he was in early pool for you, like he was for me. He was the third legendary at the pool. And as much as I've tried to make him work in the past, he was not helping me get through content. I think that now, after they've worked in the buffs that we have here, he does have the damage that he can put out there. He has the utility with the poison being spread to everybody. He has that AoE A1, so I think that he definitely can help you get through some content in the early and mid game now. Not by any means a must-have legendary, but I would consider him a decent legendary now and not strictly Vault Guardian and in the complete bottom tier. Alright, so we have some poisons up now. Let's see what we can do. Now we do not have a decreased heal, so we really need to get that shield down, get Lysandra controlling that turn meter and keeping it from coming back up. So you can see still a pretty long run, whichever route we go with it, the LNR in there. I do think Zavia would help increase this one quite a bit. She is, like I said, not weak affinity to it, and her kit allows for a little bit more damage on the waves, and she puts up a little bit more poison to consume herself. But it is definitely a team that can get through. With Valkyrie in there, we didn't lose anybody this time, so. So there it is. Hope you guys are enjoying patch 1.14, the new artifact sorting. I still have to really dive in and play around with that. Look to see how the relentless gear changes are impacting some of my champions that have it on there. So there is definitely a lot to dive into and take a look at and play around with, but I wanted to get this Richtoff one out there as quickly as I could. So hope you guys enjoyed it, found it useful. If you have Richtoff, good luck with them. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to take them up to 60 and how you're going to plan on using them. If anybody has the Richtoff Zavia combo, let me know how that works out, if the nuking ability is there with that, and if you're able to get some faster runs out of it. Like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.